All right, what is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Coming at you guys with an update on Spell token, SPELL, and we got exactly what we were looking for in the last video. Okay, I said we were looking to see if we were going to get a 5-wave structure to the upside and hit our bullish price targets above, and today we just hit those price targets. So I'm here to give you guys an update so that way you guys are ready and prepared for the next steps. All right, so let's go over it. Right, we were looking for a wave 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, 5 up. Okay, and this was going to be our wave 5 bullish price targets up here. We just hit the bullish price target of 0.00104. Above there we have price targets of 0.0011 and also 0.0012. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to see, if we can continue this momentum. Now, there's multiple indicators to help you guys understand price action and really understand what's going on. So we're going to break those down. If you notice, we have these, groups and series of yellow lines on here. What these are is these are the 3 most common and well-respected retracement levels, the 61.8, the 50%, and the 38.2. The reason you use these is nothing moves in a straight line down or a straight line up. You get a move down, retracement, continuation lower, or move up, retracement, continuation higher. That's how you spot, the continuation of a trend. And you can spot reversals when you break through those levels, right? So if you move down, retrace, consolidate, and break through, that's an upside reversal. And if you move up, move down, retrace, consolidate, and break through those levels, that's a downside reversal. So to put this into context and show you guys why it's relevant now, we had this big move down, we retraced up to the 61.8, and then we continued that trend, right? We had lows and then making lower lows. That was trend continuation. These 3 levels right here were our major resistance levels, just like they were over here. And we were looking to see if we could come down, consolidate, and break through them. And that's exactly what we did. We finally broke past our 61.8% retracement level and hit our first bullish price target to the upside. So what's going to be very important now is we need to flip this to support from resistance. It's been prior resistance. This is our first day where we're, attempting to close above it. We need to hold above 0.0009215. If we can do that, then we have the potential to continue hitting our bullish price targets, which I just listed here previously. Now, there's a couple other signals that you guys can use to really help you guys out. So pay attention to these blue circles we have on our screen, right? So I'm going to illustrate it for you guys. So we have a low here and then a lower low right here. Clearly, the token's in a downtrend heading lower in price. But if you look at your RSI, this is measuring the relative strength of a token at its given price. So the price of the token went down, but the relative strength index actually started to increase and we made higher lows, right? We have a low and then a slightly higher low right here. That's a term known as bullish divergence. It's an indicator you could see some bullish activity. And sure enough, we got a very nice spike up to our 61.8% retracement level, and then ultimately came back down and continued that downtrend. But if you take a look at what we did, right? We made a low, lower low, lower low, and a lower low. So we continued that downtrend ultimately, but we held that initial bullish divergence trend line. If you take a look here, we started to bounce at the same point where we made a new lower low, and then we made another lower low, and we bounced off of that trend line again. So the bullish divergence that we started over here ended up still being relevant over here as well, and created a new longer bullish divergence where we decreased by a lot more in price, but we increased the relative strength by a lot more as well. That was an indicator we could see some bullish activity, and we shot up to the upside shortly after that. Okay. Now we also did get a MACD crossover to the upside. That's also an entry signal, right? So you see right around here, we're bouncing off of the bullish divergence trend line. That's a possible entry, right? And then over here, what are we doing? We're actually getting an entry signal off of the MACD. That's where this red line crosses above the blue line. So we had about 2 things combining together to indicate we could see some bullish activity, and we did a really good job of retracing, consolidating, and now finally breaking our 61.8% retracement level. So, in the last update, I went over some really key things that we needed to do and needed to look for on Spell, and that was break this bearish divergence trend line. So I just explained what bullish divergence was, but take a look how we're making a high right here and then a higher high right here. So the price of the token was clearly in an uptrend, but we were losing relative strength. We had a high, and a lower high. So as we were losing that relative strength, that's a bearish divergence as the price is going up. And we did get a pullback, but we ended up bouncing and holding at our 50% retracement level of support. So, the first two times, these were our retracement levels of resistance, all right? But we started an uptrend here, right? So we wanted to see if we pulled back, if we were going to hold above our 61.8% retracement level of support to continue that uptrend and hit those bullish price targets. Sure enough, we did. And then look what happens very shortly afterwards. I said we needed to break past this bearish divergence trend line for a breakout. We broke past that, and we also got the MACD curling back above the blue line here, all right, and giving us an entry signal. So we want to see if you're continuing to be bullish on this. You want to see this red line continue to head upwards and put some space in between that blue line, all right, and indicate bullish momentum. And you want to see this, your relative strength index not fall back in below underneath this trend line right here, okay? You want to see it flip this to a support now and really just trend above it and stay above that trend line, all right, to indicate relative strength versus a look above and fail, right? So if it comes back down into this range and breaks below that trend line, that's going to indicate that buyers tried to take control but really didn't have any follow through, and ultimately bears ended up coming through and taking the pressure away from bulls and really just taking over. So that's it for today's video. That's the update. Remember, we need to flip this 61.8% to support now from resistance. All right, we're doing a good job of opening above there. If we pull back, we need to stay above there. Above there, we have our bullish price targets. Now remember, these are also resistance levels, so it's going to be really key to see how we react to each one of those levels. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you learned something new. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate you. You're probably going to enjoy one of these next two videos as well, so make sure to click on those.